Hey, hello, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Golden Spear Homestead. Hey, first off, happy Veterans Day weekend to all my vets out there and all my Navy brothers. I see y'all. Okay, so the reason for today's video is I'm doing a project here at home. And what the problem is this is my son's bathroom. His shower valve stopped working. It would only provide hot water. So he needed to get this repaired. So instead of calling a plumber out, went into the storage room, got my toolbox, and tried to do this myself. So far, it's been going well. But let me just get right into it. What my faucet is, it's a Delta faucet. And what it looks like this. All right, now there's another one. I can't remember the name. It's a single unit. Eden, I can't remember the name. I don't want to mess it up. But that one, the process is kind of the same. It's retained with a clip. Mine is retained with a kind of a big nut, if you will. Okay, so as you can see, I've got it out. It was kind of tough. It came out in pieces. So this is the first piece, and then this is the back piece. And as you can see, it's kind of all chunked up, right? And then you can see the discoloration in there, and that's probably what caused this valve to stop working. Well, anyway, when removing a Delta faucet, the process is you have to remove the handle first, all right? Once you get the handle off, then you want to remove the cover plate. We've all seen these. And then you want to remove this nut. And then once you get that nut off, you can kind of start working it to pull it out. Now, let me be mindful. Let me let you know. It was kind of difficult, right? At first, I thought, I was like, oh, wow, I messed this up. But I didn't. I was able to find some content on YouTube to help me out. So basically, if this nut is seized on, and it probably will be, mine was kind of seized on, what I ended up doing was just I didn't want to break the washer, but I wanted to cut a slit in it so that I could get a chisel and a hammer and tap on it and loosen it up. And as you can see, there you go. There's the little slit that I did. But for the most part, this should still hold the new valve on when I put it in. Okay, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm getting ready to put this back together. Check it out. So before we get started, I just kind of wanted to show you, that's the inside of the valve, all right? So you want to make sure that you get it all cleaned out, make sure there ain't no debris. You can kind of see there's the threads, so I didn't damage it, okay? So now we're going to go back together and put this back in. Now, when you're going back together, all right, be mindful. You're going to have a side. I don't know if you can see that. There's an H. There's an H on that side, and that lets you know that's the hot side. So when you take this valve out, when you pull that first piece out, you want to be mindful what side the H is on, all right? So for mine, when I took it out, here's my old one. It was, well, I want to see. It's hard to see on my valve, but let me make sure here. I think it was the H side, because as the valve turns on, the H side is all the way this way. So that's the way that we're going to put it in. All right, so make sure that you grease these seals. And what I'm going to use is just good old Vaseline petroleum jelly. But I got to go get it, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I got a little petroleum jelly on here. Now, as you can see, it's got a little plastic coating. That little coating says RIP before use. So I'm going to take that off. All right, we take that off. And now we should be good to install the new valve. Okay. All right. Slide it right in. Now what I'm going to do is use the nut, and hopefully the nut will pull it in. I got a little bit of a lip, but hopefully as I start screwing this on, it'll seat. Okay, so that's all the way in. What I'm going to do is back this off and see if that gap disappeared. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so that gap is no longer there, and I'll let you see it. So as you can see, there's no gap, all right, and it's sealed all the way. Hold on, if you can see that. All right, and that's in. The H is on this side, so now I'm ready to put the rest back in. That is on. So now we got to put this sleeve on. Put those like that. And you got some long screws. These go in like that. And not too tight. You don't want to run it down, because this is, you can crack your shower tile. So you just want to make sure that it's on snug. All right, we got that. Now I had to buy a new handle, because this handle, which as you can see the inside was all rusted up, and then I had to drill it out. So we got a new one, and hopefully it works. We'll see. So now they have a little screw on here that's a safety valve. It's a temperature safety valve. So if you have young kids, you can set it. You can set it so that it doesn't get too hot. It'll go to a certain temperature and it will stop. My kids are older, so I don't need that. So I'm going to take that off, and then he'll be able to adjust it himself. So just figuring out how this is gonna go. So this new handle, I gotta take this out and set that in there first. There we go. That'll work. All right. I got it all in. Got it all in. That should be pretty good. So now what we're going to do is go turn the water on, come back, and see if it worked. Okay, we got the water on. Now it's time to see if it worked. All right, let's try this again. This time I'm going to put the ring on it. All right, well, I know everything is clean now. I'm not going to edit this out. I'm going to put it in there. I am going to put it in there. Yeah, all right, so here we go. I sat there on my way walking. I told myself, I was like, can I put that in? Too funny, too funny. Okay. Don't do like I do and forget to put this song back on after once you tighten it down to make that, to get this to go flush, and you back it back out. Put it back on. Yeah, that's not, your valve won't stay on if it doesn't have the locking, the ring, the nut to hold it. All right, it's locked on now. Okay, go do this again. All right, we're back and it's working. I got cold, I got hot, and I had a big scare. All right, guys, till the next time, that's going to do it for us. Again, happy Veterans Day to all my vets out there, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Golden Spear Homestead. Bye.